Triller special. 13-2 on fight predictions, guys. This is going to be quality. We have got Jean O'Carroll versus Andy Ventus. David Haye versus Forney. Title Battle of Brothers. I don't see the resemblance, but yeah. Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva. Title The Revenge. They've never fought before. And then you've got Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. Because Holyfield's coming in for Oscar De La Hoya. Okay, prediction time. Jean O'Carroll versus Andy Ventus. This is a really good fight. Good mesh of styles. They both sort of fight back footish. Ventus has got the reach and the distance over Carroll, but Carroll's just tenacious and he's a really good counter puncher and he's good on the back foot and he does good uppercuts and he's got good movement. I just think Carroll's going to be too tenacious for this guy. Too much over the rounds if his mind's on it. So it's really tough because Ventus is pretty tidy. He's a slick boxer, but I'm going to go with Carroll just overall. Too overpowering, too much over the duration. Carroll wins unanimous. I don't think he'll stop him, but I'm going to go unanimous. Okay, David Haye versus his brother, Forney. Forney Haye, that's why, yeah. David Haye's going to win. Probably in 2 rounds or 3 rounds. I don't get this fight, to be honest. This is non-competitive. And if he loses, Jesus. David Haye with a win. Tito Ortiz versus Anderson Silva. Tito Ortiz could never box in the UFC, and if he'd have fought Silva in the UFC, he'd have probably got beat then. So now fighting Silva at what he's actually better at since he's retired, which is boxing, he's pretty good. School Chavez Jr. I don't know, who hasn't, but I don't know what Ortiz can really do. Knocking out Chuck Liddell is not the same as fighting Anderson Silva, who is slick and has great head movement. One thing Tito Ortiz lacks, always has done. So Anderson Silva is just going to tippy-tap his way through Ortiz. I don't know if he'll knock him out, but he might get the stoppage. But I'm going to go unanimous Anderson Silva. And then we've got Holyfield versus Vitor Belfort. And Belfort, because Holyfield just coming in to fight a guy that's been training. Although Holyfield's got the size advantage, if you don't get him out there early, he could do, but I'm going Vitor Belfort. He's too young, fresh, and he does hit hard, so does Holyfield, but Belfort.